Today I'm going to be reading from Psalm 49 and looking at what the psalmists say there. Psalm 49 is where we are today. And in Psalm 49, this is a psalm of the sons of Korah. And really what they are sharing here is that even in the times of evil, when there are those who do evil in this world, that we need not fear, but put our faith and trust in God, knowing that those who do evil, those who live foolishly, will not live forever. They will come to an end and answer to God. And that's really the main theme of this psalm. So let's look at it together, beginning in verse 1. They say, "Hear this, all peoples. Give ear, all inhabitants of the world, both low and high, rich and poor together. My mouth will speak wisdom, and the meditation of my heart will give understanding. I will incline my ear to a proverb. I will disclose my dark saying, or my riddle on the harp." So about to share words of knowledge, of understanding, of wisdom, of even described as a riddle, he says. And here is what it is. Why should I fear in the days of evil? In the days of trouble, why should I be afraid? Even when the iniquity at my heel surrounds me, or the iniquity of those who cheat me surrounds me. Because those who trust in their wealth and those who boast in the multitude of their riches, none of them can by any means redeem his brother, nor give to God a ransom for him. For the redemption of their souls is costly, and it shall cease forever, so that he should continue to live eternally and not see the pit. They can do nothing. Those who trust in their wealth, those who trust and boast in their riches, they can do nothing to save their souls with what they have. For he sees wise men die. Likewise, the fool and the senseless person perish and leave their wealth to others. Again, death is no respecter of persons. Whether you're wise or foolish, we're all going to die. But especially for the fool and the senseless person who may have wealth, well, they're not taking it with them. It's going to go to somebody else. Even though their inner thought is that their houses will last forever, their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Nevertheless, man, though in pomp or honor, does not remain. Does not remain. He is like the beasts that perish. So even though they're confident in boasting, their house is going to be forever, they're going to live forever, they're going to have all this forever, but they're not, because one day they're going to die, just like the animals do. This is the way of those who are foolish, and of their posterity who approve their sayings. Like sheep they are laid in the grave. Death will feed on them, or death will be their shepherd. The upright will have dominion over them in the morning, and their beauty will be consumed in the grave, far from their dwelling. There is no hope for the fool, for the sinful, for the evil, but rather their end is death. But, verse 15, a reminder of the hope that we have in God if we walk in his ways and his wisdom. But God will redeem my soul from the power of the grave, for he will receive me. So again, why should I be afraid in the days of evil? Because the evil are going to perish, but God is going to redeem me. God is going to save me from the grave. But the foolish will perish forever. So do not be afraid when one becomes rich, when the glory of his house is increased. For when he dies, he will carry nothing away. His glory and pomp shall not descend after him, though while he lives, even though he blesses himself, for men will praise you when you do well for yourself. but he will go to the generation of his fathers, where they will never see the light. They will never see light again. They will never see the light of life. A man who is in honor or pomp, yet does not understand, is like the beasts that perish. A foolish man, an arrogant man, a proud man who does not seek God's understanding and wisdom and righteousness is no better than the beasts of the earth, and will perish just like the animals of the earth. The end of foolishness is hopeless. It is death, darkness. It does not end well. But for those who live in God's light, those who walk in God's wisdom, there is redemption, there is salvation, there is eternal life in the glory and light of God. And so really this psalm is a reminder for all of us to walk in the wisdom of God, not in the foolishness of this world, the foolishness of sin. And also to be strong in the hope that we have even when we're enduring the evils of this world, knowing that if God is with us, we don't need to be afraid, but need to continue to put our faith and hope and trust in the Lord. Let's continue to think on that today, this week, every day, and walk in the light of God, walk by his wisdom, until one day we are eternally redeemed and be able to live in his presence forever. Do not be foolish, but understand what the will of the Lord is and be pleasing to him. God bless.